She won't come up and say she's attracted to you. In fact, if she did, it would ruin the tension she's trying to protect. So instead, attraction leaks out in quiet, controllable ways.
It's about being near you without a reason. She chooses the seat next to you even when other spots are open. She stands a little closer than necessary when she talks. She lingers after the conversation should logically end. Here's the psychology behind it. Attraction pulls people closer before the mind admits why. If she wasn't drawn to you, her body would naturally maintain distance. Comfortable distance is neutral. Reduced distance is emotional interest. And notice this, she won't rush away when the moment gets quiet. Silence doesn't make her uncomfortable around you. That's a big tell. Most men miss this because they're focused on words. Attraction shows up in positioning first. Sign 2, she mirrors your energy without realizing it. Pay close attention to this. When you slow your voice, hers softens. When you lean back, she adjusts her posture. When you smile slightly, she mirrors it seconds later. This isn't conscious flirting, it's neurological alignment. The brain subconsciously syncs with people it feels drawn to. Mirroring is the body saying, I feel safe here. Here's the mistake men make. They try to escalate when they notice this. Don't. Attraction deepens when you hold the frame, not rush it. The man who stays grounded while she mirrors him becomes emotionally memorable. Quick note, if you're picking up on details like this, you're exactly the kind of person this channel is for. Subscribing isn't about notifications, it's about learning what most people never notice. Now, this next sign is subtle but powerful. Sign 3, she asks questions that aren't necessary but feel personal. Not surface-level questions, not small talk. She asks about how you think, how you see certain situations, what motivates you, what you enjoy when you're alone. This matters because attraction in women often activates through curiosity, not visuals. She's not gathering information, she's trying to understand where she fits in your world. And notice this, she remembers your answers later. She brings them up casually, like they stuck with her. That's emotional investment. If she wasn't attracted, she'd forget. Interest fades fast when there's no pull. And here's where most men sabotage things. They overshare. Attraction grows when there's depth and restraint. You give enough to create connection, not enough to remove mystery. Now, the next sign is where attraction becomes obvious only if you're calm enough to notice it. Sign 4. She gives you selective attention, even in a group. Watch her eyes. When you're in a group conversation, she might talk to everyone, but her reactions are calibrated to you. She laughs a little harder at your jokes. She checks your reaction after she says something. When multiple people are speaking, her gaze returns to you. This is important psychologically. Attraction narrows focus. Even when she tries to stay socially neutral, her attention betrays her. Here's the subtle part most men miss. She doesn't stare. Instead, it's brief eye contact, repeated, just enough to connect, not enough to expose interest. If she wasn't attracted, her attention would be evenly distributed. When it's not, that imbalance is intentional, even if subconscious. Sign 5. She finds reasons to lightly challenge you. Not disrespect, not arguments, small, playful resistance. She questions your opinion with a half smile. She teases you for a habit. She pretends to disagree just to keep the interaction alive. Why this matters? Attraction creates emotional tension, and tension needs release. Playful challenge is a safe way to test chemistry without vulnerability. This is also a confidence test. She's observing. Do you get defensive? Do you over-explain? Or do you stay relaxed and amused? The man who remains centered becomes more attractive after the challenge than before it. If you handle this well, something interesting happens next, and this is where attraction usually deepens. Before we go there, understand this. Most men think attraction is about impressing. It's actually about emotional regulation. If you want the next sign, the one that reveals attraction even when she's trying to hide it, Sign 6, her body slows down around you. This one is powerful and almost invisible. When she's attracted, her movements subtly change. She stands a little longer before leaving. Her gestures become smoother, less rushed. She mirrors your pace without realizing it. Psychologically, attraction triggers parasympathetic engagement. The nervous system shifts from task mode to connection mode. In simple terms, she feels safe enough to slow down. If she's normally energetic or busy, but becomes calmer around you, that's not coincidence. Men miss this because they look for excitement. Women signal attraction through comfort first. If she wasn't attracted, her body would stay efficient. Talk, exit, next task. But when attraction is present, she unconsciously creates extra time. Sign 7, she shares personal details that don't help the conversation, but deepen it. Not trauma, not oversharing. Small, unnecessary truths. She mentions something she worries about, a memory from her past, a preference she doesn't usually explain. These details don't move the topic forward, they deepen emotional context. Why this matters? Attraction creates a desire to be understood, not just liked. When a woman starts offering emotional texture instead of surface-level talk, she's testing something important. Will he listen or just respond? This is also where many men fail. They try to fix, they try to relate, they talk too much. But attraction grows when she feels heard, not advised. Now, here's the final sign, and it's the one she can't control even if she's disciplined, reserved, or emotionally guarded. It happens right before emotional attraction turns into desire. Sign 8. She reacts to your absence more than your presence. This is the clearest, most honest signal of hidden attraction. When a woman is not attracted, your absence feels neutral, out of sight, out of mind. But when she's secretly attracted, something changes after you leave. You notice things like she checks your stories faster than before. She texts random things that don't need a reply. She brings up moments you shared days later. Her tone shifts when you've been distant. Psychologically, attraction activates anticipatory attachment. Your presence creates an emotional baseline, and your absence creates contrast. That contrast is what reveals the truth. Here's the part most men misunderstand. If she likes you, she doesn't chase harder immediately. She becomes more aware of your timing, your energy, your attention. And when that attention drops slightly, her behavior fills the gap. That's not manipulation, that's attachment forming. This is why trying too hard often kills attraction. It removes contrast. Now, one last thing, and listen carefully. If you recognize 2 or more of these signs in the same woman consistently, you're not imagining it. Attraction isn't loud, it's layered. And if this kind of insight helped you see what others miss, you already know why staying sharp matters. Content like this doesn't work if you watch once and disappear. It works when you train your awareness over time. Stay curious, pay attention, and don't miss the next signal. That's it.